Hey Brazen, happy Saturday. Hopefully you are enjoying the long weekend, but also remembering, what we're celebrating this weekend. Lots of people have lost their lives over the years. We'd like to thank our veterans, as well as, all of our active military. And if you're joining us on Monday, we have Memorial Day Murph. We'll have some modifications for you there. Today, we actually have a pretty straightforward, core heavy workout. This is going to be a great workout if you're planning on doing Murph on Monday, because it's not going to leave you on the ground drenched in sweat or anything like that, but it's going to give your core a nice workout. Then maybe rest tomorrow, hydrate up, and then hit it hard on Monday. So today we have 10 rounds every minute 30, alternating between these two couplets. So the first couplet is 10 Pallof presses and 30 seconds of a Pallof press hold. The other couplet is 15 plank marches and 30 seconds of a straight arm plank. Now, both of these are core movements. The Pallof press, I'm going to talk about what we can do for that with a dumbbell. Typically when we're in the gym, we use a band. We tie that band around the rig or around a rack or something like that, and we hold our core nice and tight, pushing out, pulling it back, pushing out, pulling it back. The hold is pushing out, the band is tied around the rig, and we're really squeezing our core. For this, we're going to use a dumbbell, so I'll go over that in a second. These plank marches, you guys are pros at these. I'll demo them in a second, but not too much to say there, except you guys have heard me drain it time after time that we want to keep that torso nice and straight, and we're not turning our torso too much. Then we'll rest, and we have 11 minutes for quality. So for quality means we want to feel the target muscle groups for all of these movements. It doesn't mean go balls to the wall and as fast as you can and get through these windshield wipers and make our movements look like crap. That's not what we're going for. We're making these 12 windshield wipers, 10 Russian twists, 8 ground overheads look great for every single rep. So going through these movements, starting with this Pallof press and the Pallof press hold. If you have a band and a rig, I'd like to come over and work out with you. But for everybody else, grab one of your dumbbells or your kettlebells. You probably want to go a little bit light. This is 30 pounds, so bear with me for this. It's doable, but it's going to be a little bit tough. So our Pallof press, we're going to hold it in the middle just like this. Squeeze our core as tight as possible. Straight out, straight back. Straight out, straight back. Now, for our hold, we're going to hold this for 30 seconds out there. Squeezing my core as tight as possible. After 30 seconds, bringing it back in. So then, for this next part, we'll put that aside. We've got these 15 plank marches. We're starting on our forearm, reaching out, alternating each side. Like I said, torso should stay as straight as possible. None of this coming up like so. I'm obviously exaggerating that. As straight as possible. Then we're going to come up onto our forearms. Our palms are going to be over our shoulders, and we're going to keep this plank hold for 30 seconds, squeezing everything in our midline. So that's the first two parts, alternating every minute 30 for 10 rounds. This 11 minutes for quality, we have 12 windshield wipers. Windshield wipers, when we lay on the ground, think about windshield wipers in our car, feet straight out like so, arms at our side, going all the way over one side to the other, keeping our core nice and straight.
Louie, do you want a treat?
If you need to bend your knees to do these, you can bend your knees, do these just like that. Russian twists. So a couple options here. We can go unweighted. We want to start with a nice, it's not necessarily a hollow body, but it's more of a tuck hold. Coming up on our tailbone. Unweighted would just be turning our shoulders, touching each side. You can then add a weight to it if you're comfortable with unweighted, and you can weight these guys, touching on one side. Finally, after your dog gives you a bunch of kisses, you have 8 ground overhead. You can use a plate, you can use a book, you can also use your dumbbell for these. So ground overhead, you can use, if your dumbbell is a little heavy, you can grab it on both sides, starting at the ground, lifting overhead, or you can do 8 starting from the ground, snatching, clean and jerking, whatever you can do to get it grounded overhead. If you're doing on one side, try and alternate each rep, because that's what we generally do in class. That's what we'll do in competitions or the open. So anyway, those are your options for this. Really just need a dumbbell if you want to incorporate something else in these grounded overheads. You absolutely can. Hopefully you guys have a great workout. Once again, hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you at 9:30 on Zoom.